Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2011, the Feldy map created by Farmer Yip. And we always, as we start here, he gives us some encouraging words to get our butt out there and start farming, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. And you may recall, I had a problem, which was namely that I ran out of fuel. Now, the Giants have this helpful feature in here that when you come back to a save cane field, as you can see here, I magically have 19 gallons. But, you know, let me at least come up here and dump this out. I feel bad kind of just taking advantage of a glitch. And, wow, that stuff is disappearing fast. My goodness, that goes down fast. So I'm not even going to be able to make it up the hill to get more fuel, so I'm wondering if it would even let me back it up. That uses fuel incredibly quick. Let me dump this out so I can keep my biofuel going. I'm going to just hop out of this here as soon as he's done. I'm wondering, was there a fuel Bowser here? Now, these are the trailers. I'm wondering if there's that slurry tanker. Aha. Except I need 10,000 smackers in order to get it. Alright, so here's the thing. I don't have any money. That's kind of the problem. I've talked about out harvesting some... Oh, what am I thinking here? I gotta turn on my little timer here. I always forget that part. I'll maybe go to 28 minutes or something, so we're a couple minutes in. Thank you, Eustace Farmer. I miss my friend, but he's the one that gave me a timer, so I know kind of how far along on these videos I am. Anyway, I need some cash, and now I need some, I need, in order to be able to afford 10 grand just to get a fuel Bowser to take down there, I need some money. So, and I only have $358. So let me see, is there any, I almost think I got a, let me see, is there a, aha, loan amount. This is 500,000, 200,000, 50, 25. Easy, normal, hard. Interest $51 an hour. So I'm thinking this has been a long time since I've used this. You know, the later versions would come with their own bank. Not that long ago when I was playing Farm Sim 09, 09 didn't have a bank either. And I ended up creating one, just making a mod for it. Maybe I should do something like that here. I'm a little leery to take this out, but you know what? As my kids say, I'm just going to send it. We only need a little bit. I want to try to earn some money, so I don't want to take out too big of a loan. So let's buy this. Okay, so that gave me 25,000. Now it's going to tick a little bit. And I think probably to pay it off, do I sell it? Aha, there we go. Oh, except that put me in the hole. So, alright, so let me... Oh boy, it's not going to let me do that. Let me come back to it here. And I'm going to go back down there, see if it'll let me do it again, just to borrow some money. That might have been an expensive mistake. Where is it? Royal Bank. Royal Bank of FS. It is not going to let me do it again. So let me get out of the game without selling. Or maybe just out of the store. Let me come back in here. I'll give this one more try. If I scroll down there to the bank, maybe I'll try to get back in. Nope. It's like if you don't have any... Oh, I see what it is. The cost is 0, but when you have less than 0, it isn't going to let you borrow. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, well, now that I know, I'm going to hop out of the game and not save it, and we're going to come back in. So I'll do a jump cut. Alright, we're back in here. We're going to haul this trailer down here, and like we did before, we're going to dump the product into the biofuel processor here real quick. We have just enough fuel to accomplish that. What I didn't realize was how quickly this old tractor sucks the sauce. I think that's far enough back. We can send it off in there. Yeah, down it comes. Okay, so I'm going to be a little more careful this time how we do it. So, note to self, you do need at least 0 here. You can't go negative if you're going to be buying financing. And maybe if I have enough energy, I'll see if I can move my FarmSim 09 bank into FarmSim 11. Probably shouldn't be too difficult. I just don't know if I have the energy. Okay, let's try this again. There it is, 25,000. We don't want to pay it off because I think when we pay it off, yeah, it's going to include this transfer fee, which is bigger than the balance that I had in there. And last time it sunk us below 0. But that's kind of how we do it. We get it. Now, the thing I don't like about this is, you know, really, we would never have to pay it back. I mean, who would know? There isn't something here that's going to tell me that I have this outstanding. So I'm going to make a note here on my paper that 25K loan was taken out. And I'm going to use that money to... Let me come back over here to the trailers. And I want a fuel Bowser. Yeah, I think that's what I need. And is there anything else I'm gonna need while I have money in hands? Got a cutter trailer. Have these. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even in the mods. Wrong section. Yeah, this is the stuff I have now. Or some of it. Jukebox. That's a cheaper one. I'm going to need that to haul eggs and fleece. Well, maybe I'll save it for later. Yeah, I just saved my money. But realistically, I'm going to go through some of those funds anyhow because just by hiring a workers. But my goodness, I had no idea that the fuel would disappear so quickly. So let me go back to, yeah, he's only got 6 gallons. I'm going to get to my Land Rover, which is over here, and we are going to head to the store. Now, I don't think this thing uses fuel like a drunken sailor, but wow, those, let me see here. Oops. Make sure I know kind of where I'm headed to. Is this the road? No, it isn't. I gotta head back this way. Okay, if I head up this road, I'm slowly learning the roads in this map. I'm kind of old school when I do my maps too. I like having a printed copy of the map so I can see kind of where I'm going, but sometimes, you know, from the PDA menu you can get there too. Alright, now in this version of FarmSim, as I recall, please take a trailer. I think you got a hitch. Oh, good, 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 good. In this version, you didn't have to fill the fuel Bowser, so we're going to just take it straight out to the field and... You know, maybe, yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes. I'm going to be back up here with the Land Rover at some point just to get a Bowser so I can haul biofuel. But maybe we'll just drop this down at the field, because otherwise, if we don't, we're going to have to be continually returning to the main farmyard with our equipment to, refill with fuel. So if I have this down there, I think it'll be a whole lot more convenient to where I'm working. So I know when I did the map tour, kind of at the beginning, we came through here. We're now rocking through here. I'm kind of looking at some of my distance textures, like I mentioned last time. Yeah, I'm generally pleased. I think those are potatoes to the left, sugar beets on the right. We have a field in here we could plant. And yeah, so many of these, they're... Whoop, I don't even know how to drive. It grows so quickly. So, and I may just need to slam the brakes on that. Last episode we could see kind of up on the hill where I had the canola growing, and it's already in its earliest growth stages. It's going to be ready to harvest before we can even hardly snap our fingers. So, well, kind of learned a painful lesson here, and that is that these tractors that Farmer Yip gifted us with are gas-guzzling hogs. And so I may need to look at the settings on the tractor. I'm wondering, it's like, my goodness, it knows how to put away the fuel. So I really don't know what that's all about. It could be just a setting in the XML, or it could mean I need to just get and use totally different tractors. It is kind of cool for a map to have a slate of mods that you can use in the map, but I would think it would be less critical for the tractors to be modded. So I don't think we're stuck using these old Rava tractors or whatever they are. Hop in it and give her some sauce. Yeah, we're cranking the money down here, just filling her back up. And even the 19 gallons it gave you, I mean, all I did was I just barely moved across the yard here and it guzzled it all down. So, yeah, it just is what it is. Alright, we're fueled up. I'm kind of just going to watch it here. 199 gallons. Interesting. I wonder if it guzzles more fuel when you have a heavy load. Right now we're running on empty and I don't see it going down. It's either that or it somehow knows that it gave you some fuel. So it's like, hey, you only have a limited here. You're supposed to run for the nearest place for refilling, and if you don't do that, we're going to just take it away quickly. Yeah, this now is going down quite a bit more normally how I'd expected. I mean, it's just barely gone down a gallon. So, very interesting. Note to self, don't run out of fuel. Sorry, I'm probably making everybody dizzy. So I think when I get down to the corner, I'm going to start different direction and I'm going to get this hired. So we'll just head off here. I'm going to need to do a totally different course, I believe. So let me delete it. We'll establish a new one. Not 100% sure how that's supposed to work. I think it remembers the course, so you can continue on it, but it seems a little temperamental, so... Okay, I think this is straight on over here. Is that straight on? Oh my, I should... Yeah, this, it isn't that we're climbing over a windrow, it's that the shape of the field in the map is such that, yeah, it's just a little ticklish running along there. Okay, so that really, you know what I want to do? It isn't along this edge. Let me see. Let me turn this off. Am I stuck on something? I almost think I am. I'm not there. I wasn't able to move for a second. Yeah, I should probably go in and flatten that a little bit, do some work in the editor. In the new version of the game, I think you could pretty easily, maybe, well, I say easy. I'm not sure how hard or easy it is to use the editing tool. What I want to do is get my compass set for it at 180, because I believe if I get set up right, oops. Yeah, if I get it set up right, just a wee bit more. That's straight up and down, so that's easy for me to remember, hopefully. And set that course up, and it'll go back and forth, and hopefully go across most of the field. So let me, once again, I don't think I have it. Turn that on. It's going to be a short little distance here. We'll see if he's able to turn around on his own. It's field 34. Oh yeah, he's doing great. Folks, he is off to the races. We're burning a hole in our pocket, using up money. Let me see, will he back up all the way? This is where he can fail, kind of on stuff like this. Okay, good, he's cutting in. There we go. You know what? He's going to get most of that. He's going to get most of that. I'm pleased with that. Okay, so let's head over to... Actually, I want to go to this guy here. He's half full almost. But I want some cash. Let's go find where we need to take this. Let's just follow along here. You know what? I could drive right over the top of this fence over here. Oh my. Oh, this is terrible uneven. That is just awful. Badly need to fix the camera. Alright, I think the end of the fence is here. We'll just sneak kind of over here. And hopefully go across the ocean here, this little bridge. I think the mill is in here. And I believe it's on the other side. What was it? $440 per thousand. Head through these gates. Take an nice view of the ocean while we put some of this into the bank. There we go. That's what we like to see. Just not enough of it. Where's the prices? Here it is, $440. Yeah, $440. Well, folks, we're going to be at this for a little while. Don't know what to tell you. Oh, look at that. Here's another grate I may need to fix. It's got a hole under there. Yeah, that make it a little bumpy. That's something else. It is really hard to just make a clean hole in the map, especially using the editor. I think I've heard of some guys editing the underlying DEM map. That's the one that shows elevations, digital elevation model. And in theory, if you open it in a picture editor, you can see the colors that are used for the height map in there, and you figure out what color it takes to make it go down 2 meters, and you can make a clean hole. But in the editor, it's just beastly hard. Why does it kick me under the map? Just look at that. That is really, I think every time the hitch tilts. Yeah, it's really interesting. Alright, so I think we have him going, although look at our fuel, 169 gallons. I am just amazed at how quickly it empties out. So, but it is what it is. Even our combine is getting lower. It holds 300 some gallons, so that Bowser we got's going to come in handy. But we earned a few shillings, if you will. Now I want to get this guy taking out some ground. So he's kind of down here. And as we did with the combine, So I'm gonna do with this. I think. Oh my goodness. Good thing there's no collisions on the fence here. You know, I think when he's hired, he's only going to go the speed of 1, but I know we can go the speed of 2. Oh, this is crazy fast. I don't know that I would go this fast in the field. It allows you to do it at the second speed setting. I just don't know that we would cultivate literally at this speed. But oh well. I guess we'll get through the job quicker if we do it this way. Now I noticed the cultivator, because I'm kind of hanging over the edge, is taking out some grass along the edge. I need to learn more about that grass, because in this older version of Farming Sim, it might be a permanent thing that we're doing. Taking it out, but I'm not 100% sure. I hope it regrows, but I don't know that it will. Because I think in these older versions, it was a deliberate act to plant grass, or it had to be in a certain designated area. Well, maybe I'm thinking of 09. In 09, you cut it, and the grass never regrew. I think in 11, you started being able to regrow the grass. It was working properly. But whether it has to be in a field or specially designated area, that I don't know. I don't know if the stuff kind of on the roadsides is will regrow if you cut it, or even if it's possible to cut it. Yeah, like I say, there's just a number of things I need to figure out, if you will, out kind of how this game works. Okay, this one here I'd like to hire and get him going too. So the last time when I did this, yeah, I kind of did it on an angle, whereas my combine right now is kind of going fully north and south, if you will. But I believe for this one here, I attempted to do it on an angle. The question is what angle? So, let me see. Did I have him on 135? Does that look about right? Alright, so let me make sure. Oh, they all have a course. Oh, and I also have a mod in there where I can turn off field detection. Well, I don't want to do that. I think I hit the numpad percent. I don't have a percent on my numpad. Huh. I may need to fix that if I really want to use it. Anyway, let me get him hired. Yes, he's going pretty slow. Probably a much more realistic speed at 8 or 9 miles an hour, kind of like he's going. But by putting him over here, kind of like with the combine, is always kind of part of the trick to see how you can get your hired worker to work most of the field for you, and then you, with just leaving just a little bit, to come in and clean up behind it. So that's hopefully what we'll accomplish here by setting this fella up, how he's doing it. Combine is still working away here. He's getting fuller. Let's go try to unload him in motion. And this, incidentally, is one of our larger fields that we have on this map. So if we get some fertilizer on here, you know, we should be able to get a pretty decent crop out of this. Come on, match the speed. Oh, alright. We got her cleaned out. So we should be able to get a pretty decent crop. It'll take us a little while to get through harvesting this, but still at the end of the day, it isn't a huge field. It'd be nice if we had a baler, as that would allow us to earn a little bit more money by hauling some bales to market, which is just right across the way. We take the bales over here, and just like we take the wheat and other grains around back. Right now, we are purely in the mode of trying to earn some cash. So after we get done with this field, we're going to be harvesting this one up here, which is barley, and hopefully earning some more cash. And it'd be nice to take that one also and turn it, or be able to get bales out. There's our combine going by. What a picturesque scene. Let me just turn this on so we can take ourselves some pictures. That should have taken a picture. We got someone working over there. We can... It's interesting, we can see in the background up here that we already have our field of corn growing. Oh, and what is this panel up here? When I come off of the no HUD mode, it puts that silly panel in there. But if I get rid of it, yeah, that's something to remember. I should only take pictures at the end of an episode, not in the middle of it. My bad. Because if I don't have this on, then I'm not going to see the critical information down here as to, you know, how full I am. Alright, he's coming by again. Let's get one more fill, and we'll take this to market. And maybe some of you would say, well, why don't you just take out a bigger loan and then you can afford some of this other equipment? And you know, that is true. And maybe I will. But really the way this mod works, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we just picked up some free money. So I don't know if there's anything that compels us to pay it back. I don't know that it's going to charge us interest. Maybe it will. You know, I'd have to look into the coding. Somehow maybe it knows, you know, that you've taken the loan out and to keep assessing you interest until you've paid it, but just how it knows, that part I'm unclear on. I could study the save game files and maybe it would indicate how that data is stored and that kind of thing. And really, as soon as we hit just a little over 25,000, I could pay the loan back, and I will have covered the cost of the fuel bowser, that precious fuel that helps keep us moving in the fields. Of course, whenever you... I think I started saying something about that, and in the newer versions of Farming Sim, you had to fill the fuel bowser somewhere. You know, you either took it to a place in town, a service station that had fuel, or from some other means you filled it up. But in this one here, you have an ever full fuel bowser, so that it always has what you need, and it just charges you as you fill your vehicle. You know, I'm pleased at the moment. I mean, look at the progress on the field. He isn't skipping anywhere as he goes back and forth. He's putting down a clean windrow. It isn't tangling with anything. Thankfully, Farmer Yip, when he made these maps, he took collisions off a lot of things, such as these fences here. We could drive right through it. I was trying to be courteous to all of our eyes by just driving around it like we would in real life. But the combine's doing a good job and is pretty much getting everything. What I'm kind of curious is, what is he going to do when he gets to this area over here? Maybe you can't really see the shape here. And you kind of see zooming in. There's, you know something? That's going to be a little funny angle. Well, maybe not. I think he's going this way. So the question is will he get stuck here and end up, you know, up here in the corner and not be able to turn around? It'd be nice, and maybe I'll just need to remember for when I do this again, depending on how far over here that he gets started. Oh, my jars out as my skin. Depending on how far over here we start him may dictate whether he goes up here and gets lost in the corner. Because if he gets stuck up here in the corner and there's no turning around or whatever available for him, he won't. But maybe that's going to depend on over here. Maybe the final bend he comes down and he just continues on through the field. And like I said earlier, this is one of our larger fields, and we're already well into the field, so although it's been on smaller routes. Anyway, that was the bell. So thank you for accompanying me on this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.